Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, it's very late. I wanted to record this video because I did a video saying that the fight's off. His dad saying that the fight's off. Billy Joe Saunders, his dad saying the fight's off. Actually, Billy Joe has now come out and said the fight is on. So that's great news. Really happy to hear that. Canelo Alvarez said, I don't know what went back and forth with between the two cats, but Canelo yesterday had back and forth with Saunders' team, and he didn't look too happy, to be honest with you. He even said that he has to fight. Canelo said he has to fight. Now, I don't know what happened with the ring situation. I don't know whether Saunders got his way or whether Canelo got his way, because a lot of people trying to make out Saunders got his way. We don't know that. Has that been confirmed? What ring size they're going to be fighting in? You know, how do you know it's not a 20-foot ring or 22-foot ring? Everyone making out like Saunders won the battle. We don't know. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I just want to see the fight because I don't really think it's going to make a huge difference whether it's 20 or 22 foot. And Canelo's already come out and said, I don't care about what size the ring is. I don't care. I think I think he probably said give him 22 foot. He doesn't care. 24 foot would be, that's extreme. That's a serious size ring. That's huge. And I don't think for super middleweights that's seriously big. I did a live stream yesterday, and hopefully I'm gonna do a live stream today as well. And in that live stream, I had guests on, and Ray was one of my guests, and actually said that even if they fought in the Atlantic Ocean, Canelo Alvarez would beat Billy Joe. So listen, I think it benefits Billy Joe to have a bigger ring, because the smaller the ring, Canelo cuts the ring off quicker. But I just think people are overlooking Canelo's boxing ability. I think they think if the ring is bigger, Billy Joe's going to be moving around. Fair enough, that's his strength. That's Billy Joe's strength. But do people not realize that Canelo's boxing ability, his IQ, his head movement, you can hardly hit this guy with a jab. Jacobs couldn't even hit Canelo. I don't think people realize that Canelo Alvarez has got a better defense than Billy Joe Saunders. His head movement is even better. It's more educated. He's more educated, and he's done it against better fighters. He's made faster fighters than Billy Joe miss. Like I said, Amir Khan has faster hands than Billy Joe Saunders. In the 5th round, go watch that fight. In the 4th or 5th round, he made Amir Khan miss in that fight. And Billy Joe doesn't have the hand speed of Amir Khan. He just doesn't. It's not even close. People are underestimating, right, Canelo's. Go and watch his head movement against Golovkin. And Golovkin cuts the ring. Golovkin, especially in the second fight, I thought it was brilliant. In the first fight, he made Golovkin miss. But Golovkin has a completely different style to Billy Joe Saunders. Golovkin cuts the ring off, and he basically suffocates you. He's right on top of you. He don't give you any breathing space. And he's strong. He's physically strong. He punches very hard. Billy Joe Saunders don't fight like that. Billy Joe Saunders fights on the back foot. So Billy Joe Saunders is going to have to be extremely fast of hands to catch Canelo. Because like I said, Canelo's head movement, his defense, in my opinion, is one of the best in boxing. It's the best in boxing right now. I think people are overlooking that aspect. I think they just think this is a boxer via puncher. Canelo's no puncher. Canelo's a complete fighter. He's not just a puncher. He's not just a guy that goes in there looking to wipe you out with a punch. Canelo don't win fights like that. Canelo's not really a concussive Wilder type puncher where he flattens you with one punch. He doesn't really do that. He's had a couple of fights where, Kovalev, Khan, Kirkland, he stopped Lopez as well. But he's not really, apart from Kovalev, right? And obviously Khan and Lopez, these guys were a lot smaller, they're 140 pounders moving up. Like, he hasn't really stopped a middleweight. He's stopped a light heavyweight. And Kovalev wasn't in his prime. But, that was definitely a good stoppage and a good knockout, because Kovalev still looked like he had enough left to trouble Canelo, because a lot of people had Kovalev winning that fight up until that point. So, that was definitely a good explosive stoppage. I personally think he's gonna look to tire Saunders, and is gonna get him later on. But it's great that the fights. It's great the fights happening. It's great the fights going ahead, because like I said, all this ring stuff, all this ring, how big the ring is, it was getting annoying now, and it's good that Billy Joe's confirmed on his Instagram that it's on. I can't wait. I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait to see this on Saturday. It's really intriguing. Really intriguing. It's just great news. It's great news because it had got quite serious because apparently Eddie Hearn and them guys were flying in John Ryder. I don't know how much truth there is, but this was the reports that were going around that apparently John Ryder was on standby in case Billy Joe decides to pull out. And that would have been a kick in the stomach if that had happened. But it's good. It's great news that that this fight is going to go ahead. Billy Joe and Canelo are sorted in. I just think Canelo's at the point where he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He just wants to fight. He wants to be an undisputed champion, and he wants something that Billy Joe Saunders has got. So over 2 foot, he's not gonna wanna. He's not gonna wanna scrap the fight. He's probably gonna say give him the 2 foot, because like I said, I don't think it's gonna make a massive difference whatsoever. Because even if it was 24 foot, my prediction wouldn't change. Whether it was 26 foot, my prediction wouldn't change. Because let's put it this way, Billy Joe can't be on the back foot, right, all night and win the fight. He has to, somewhere he's going to have to engage. He's going to have to engage with Canelo Alvarez. So what I mean by engage, in order for you to land punches, right, you have to put yourself in danger to get caught, right? In order for him to land something, he's coming into Canelo Alvarez's firing line. So you could have a 50-foot ring, right? You're not going to win if you're just running around the sides. You have to land punches. And in order for you to land punches, you're putting yourself in danger, especially against a very, very good counter puncher like Canelo, who's got very fast hands. Canelo hasn't got the quickest feet, but what he has got is very fast hands. When you come in range, right, he's got really fast hands where he put his punches together very quickly to the body and to the head. So I don't know what's all this debate about the bigger ring, because like I said to you, in order for Billy Joe to land punches, he's going to have to come in the firing line. He's going to have to come. He's going to be in Canelo's eye line, right? In order for him to land something, what do you think he's just going to box on the back foot all night, pick shot him? He's not got that. He's not got a huge reach or huge height difference where he could do that, right? Callum Smith could have done that. Callum Smith could have used his reach and height and made it and just kept him on the end of the jab. He couldn't do that. Canelo walked him down. Billy Joe has better feet than Callum Smith. However, in order for you to land punches, right, you're going to be in firing line. And like I said, Canelo's got very, very fast hands. Very fast hands. And I think a lot of people that get in the ring with Canelo realize that. A lot of people think that he's just a big, strong guy that walks forward. He's got very fast hands. So when you're in his firing line, right, and he makes you miss, he makes you pay. He's got very, very quick hands, which are underrated, by the way. And they're not. And they hurt. They're powerful, those shots. Especially when he whips them into the body. So like I said, it doesn't matter how big the ring is. Billy Joe eventually will have to engage with Canelo. He'd have to engage. I know people are going to go back to the Mayweather fight. That was a very, very long time ago. You're reaching. If you're going back then, or Lara, that was a very, very long time ago. Very, very long time ago. Very, very long time ago. So if we're going back and using those fights 10 years ago, almost 8-9 years ago as a reference, then I don't really think it's a good reference, because in almost a decade, people change and get better. And Canelo, for me, back then wasn't in his so-called prime. What I mean by that is your prime is when you're at your physical and from a mental standpoint at your best. And for me, that's right now. That's right now. So if Billy Joe beats Canelo, he'd be beating the best version of Canelo. And that's why it'd be a massive upset and a massive, probably one of the greatest wins from a British fighter ever. Because he's beating a guy, not just beating Canelo, the name, he's beating him in his prime. See, Canelo, you could beat him when he's 40, but are you beating the best version of Canelo? No. Billy Joe would be beating the best version of Canelo. So this would be some win. And it'd be an emphatic statement from Saunders if he can pull this off. And it, like I said, for me, it'd be the greatest win by a British fighter. I think it would, because he's in his prime right now and he's looking almost unbeatable. I know people say Canelo's not unbeatable, but again, when those fights that you have to draw reference to were a long, long time ago. And when we say Golovkin, right? Golovkin was an animal. That Golovkin would have beat Billy Joe any day. So I don't really think you can use that as like Golovkin's one of the best middleweights of all time. You know, if you were to do a top 10, top 5, Golovkin could definitely be in that. Arguably be in that. Definitely top 10. He'd probably creep into some people's top 5. Right? So, like I said, I don't think any of us think that Billy Joe's as good as Golovkin. Right? And Golovkin beat Canelo the first fight. Yeah, I believe he did. He lost the second fight against Canelo. But there's no shame in losing to Golovkin. There's no shame. There's no shame whatsoever losing to Golovkin. Golovkin's a beast. Right? So I can't wait for this weekend, man. It's gonna be a good fight. Hopefully be a good fight. Hopefully Billy Joe can box and move, make it as difficult as he can. But like I said, he's gonna have to be wary of those quick hands, especially when he gets close or when he's looking to throw a punch and Canelo's countering, because Canelo is very fast, especially when he whips those shots to the body. And a lot of people think that Canelo may end this fight with a body shot. Like I said, I haven't really seen Billy Joe throughout his career take that kind of punishment from a puncher like Canelo. I don't think he's fought. And even if you think Lemieux's got power, Lemieux didn't really land anything on Billy Joe. So I haven't really seen Billy Joe been in a dogfight against someone like Canelo, or get hit by someone like Canelo on consistent basis. Right? And that's, again, going to be something that's going to be tested. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. Let's see if Billy Joe can answer those questions. It's hopefully going to be a great matchup. Great fight. It's glad we've got it back on. And hopefully we get to see a classic. Get to see a great fight. But I don't think this is a boxer v a puncher. I think this is a box puncher v a boxer. That's it. I think this is a boxer puncher v a boxer. That's what I think this is. This isn't a boxer v a puncher. Let's not limit Canelo to just a puncher. He's not just a puncher. Right? Even Golovkin's not just a puncher. Golovkin's a boxer. When you're cutting off the ring like Golovkin does, right? Do you think he's just a puncher? No. Lemieux's just a puncher. Lemieux's just a puncher. A wild one. And that Lemieux's just a puncher. Not Golovkin. Not Canelo. These are boxers. Golovkin's a silver medalist. That's not just a puncher. You don't win silver medals by just being a puncher. And Canelo's definitely not a puncher. Just a puncher. Yeah, he can punch. Right? He's a way bigger puncher than Billy Joe Saunders. But he's also a very good boxer. He's also a guy... See, Golovkin doesn't have the defense or the head movement of Canelo. Golovkin don't move his head. Canelo has very good head movement. Paulie Malignaggi actually said that he feels that Canelo Alvarez will knock Billy Joe out. And the reason why he feels that Canelo Alvarez will knock Billy Joe out is because he feels that Billy Joe somewhere along the line, when the fight's not going his way, he will look to engage with Canelo. He's not just going to do what Callum Smith did and look to tuck up and tuck up and kind of look to survive. I think, and I don't want to sound disrespectful when I say Callum Smith looking to survive, but it did look like that towards the end, where he was getting punished towards the end of that fight. Whereas Billy Joe Saunders won't do that. Billy Joe Saunders will actually try to engage, and that's why Canelo will get the knockout. I kind of agree with that. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders, if Canelo does start to put it on him, I think Billy Joe Saunders will let his hands go. He'll look to engage with Canelo, and I think that's when Canelo will take advantage. If this fight's not going his way, Saunders' way, Saunders will definitely try to engage with Canelo. I just don't see him. I just don't think it's within his nature to kind of fight on the back foot, looking to survive. I just don't think Saunders is about that. I think Saunders will go for it. I think Saunders will go. I think Saunders will look to go for it, and that again may be the reason why he gets stopped. I think it's personally going to be like accumulation of body shots, slowing him down, tiring him. Someone's just mentioned in one of the videos that I made that Canelo might get tired chasing Billy Joe Saunders. The thing is with Billy Joe Saunders doesn't have that physical strength or punching power that's really going to be troubling Canelo. See, for me, Canelo gets troubled against guys like Golovkin that are very physically strong, that punch hard, that don't give him any breathing space. Billy Joe doesn't really fight like that. Canelo's not going to get tired if he's walking somebody down. But the other guy is not really landing anything that's hurting him or affecting him. I just don't think he's going to get tired, if I'm honest. I don't see him getting tired that way. I can't see him getting tired by chasing because he's trying to walk Billy Joe down. And I think, like I said, I think Canelo now has got a lot better with his feet. He's more educated with his feet. I think he'll be walking him down without burning that much energy as well. Because Golovkin walks a lot of guys down that move around. How tired does Golovkin get? Never really seen him get tired because he's got educated feet. He's not wasting a lot of energy when he's moving. And I think Canelo's the same. Canelo now has become very educated with his feet. He doesn't waste a lot of energy when he's moving. So he uses up less energy. Whereas Saunders, for example, he's using a lot of energy because he's moving around a lot. He's moving around, a lot of jumpy movements. And then when you're in there with someone that's powerful like Canelo, who's physically very strong, who's on top of you all night, who's banging body shots, hitting you with hard shots on the arm and everywhere, that's naturally going to slow you down. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens. But I'm glad the fight's on. I'm glad that they've sorted out this ring issue. And let's hope for a good, clean, fair fight. And hopefully the best man wins on the night. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's really late now. So sorry, I know I may look a bit tired, but it's really late. It's probably about 4 or 5 o'clock. I just closed my fast. And I thought I'd make this video because it'll be uploaded tomorrow anyway. But leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys. Or sorry, not tomorrow, but it'll be uploaded tomorrow afternoon. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.